Hi everyone, welcome to the next episode of our Research Essentials series for Year 7 to 10. I'm in the Trove reading room again today, which is really exciting. And today we're focusing on going beyond Google, taking that next step in your research. And this time we're going to focus on two different websites, one called Trove and one called Culture Victoria. This is particularly useful for all your history subjects. Let's get started. Alright, so here I am at the Trove website, which is basically a whole bunch of magazines, articles, newspapers, pictures, posters, all different types of things to do with Australian history, mostly Australian. So it's a massive database that can be really useful, especially for your history subjects. So I'll show you an example now. Let's say you're studying Ned Kelly, again, just as an example. We type in Ned Kelly, or maybe we type in Ned Kelly execution, because we want to know something specific about Ned's life or Ned's death. We can click on newspapers, magazines, images. We might be able to find cards and stuff like Christmas cards from his mum or something where she's talking specifically to him. But let's click on newspapers for now. So I've got my search results here, and I can see, just like the catalogue in the last episode, I can refine my search here. Now I do want a specific newspaper. I want the Argus, which was like Melbourne's main newspaper back in the 1800s when Ned Kelly was around. And I could also choose, if I wanted to, my date range. So I could choose from 1880, which is when Ned Kelly died. I can choose a newspaper from that time period, which means I'm more likely to get a primary source. So let's have a look at this one here, the first one, the execution of Ned Kelly. You can see here, much has been written during the last 2 years about the career and crimes of bloodthirsty Kelly gang. So you can see this newspaper article is painting the Kelly gang as really bloodthirsty, really kind of horrible people, and there's contradictory information to that in other places. So it's really interesting to see how Ned Kelly and the gang was viewed by the public and how they were being portrayed through the media. And then the next sentence, it will be with a sense of relief that the public will now see the final chapter. So they're saying they're really relieved that Ned Kelly will be executed. So this type of resource is really fascinating and gives you that deeper insight into whatever you're studying. So this is where going beyond Google can really take you that next step with your research. The other website I want to show you today is called Culture Victoria. You can see here it's a Gov website, so it's a government website. It's got that domain ending, which we talked about the other week. And just like the other things we've looked at today, you can use the search and search their catalogue. Let's type in Ned Kelly, just because we're using him as an example. And it will give you stories, articles, primary sources, videos, interviews, all these kinds of things. And I like Culture Victoria because it's quite easy to understand and quite digestible information. So it's really good if you're in year 7, 8 and 9 and you're doing history and you need to find really good resources and you want to go that extra step and get the best possible mark and also learn as much as you can about the actual topic. These two resources are really important and really take you that next step. So have a look at Trove and have a look at Culture Victoria. See what you can find out about the topics you're studying. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I'll see you next week. Thanks everyone.